Welcome back everyone. Today we're in the Giants editor and I'm Jewel, and as you can see we're on Jewel's Peaceful Valley map. You can't really see all the buildings too much right here, but we're going to put in a grocery store, a different one. So if you saw the last episode, I did a pizzeria, and this one it'll be a grocery store. Okay, so let's get started. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. I appreciate all the new subscribers. If you've been watching the channel and you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button so I'll know you like the videos and I continue to make more. Channel's growing quickly, on the road to 1,000. I hope you can help with that. Got a lot of viewers that haven't subbed yet, and so go ahead and hit that sub button if you can. So we're going to get started. I'm going to put this building somewhere along here. It's near the beach. Uh, all this is obviously going to be changed and molded. We're just at the early stages. The road will be done. This is just a measuring tool that I've made. So we're going to go ahead and we'll probably end up having a road somewhere coming this way, so I don't know where it's going to end at. But for now, just so I can make a video for you all to teach you about the XML, we'll put it here, and if I have to shift mine over any which way I will, and can later. So we're going to get started, and what we're going to do is go File, Import, go to D drive or C drive if yours is on C drive. If you're new to the channel, then you don't know where yours game is installed. It might be under C drive, Program Files 86. If you have Steam, it could be under Steam, Steam Apps, Common, and then here it is, which this is 19. I don't have mine here. I have 19 here. This is 22 that I'm filming or videoing. So there's that one. So mine's going to be under Steam Library, under D Drive, Steam Library, Steam Apps, Common, FarmSim 22, Data. Excuse me, I accidentally clicked the wrong thing. And then Placeables, Lizard. Go down to Sell Points. Now, says Supermarket. Now, on the last episode or so, I thought that this supermarket was the one we already put, but it wasn't. I didn't realize that the other one was in US and then shopping mall. So I had forgotten. So if we want a different one, we go under Lizard, Selling Points, and now we can get this one. So we can open it and go and pick the i3D of the supermarket. Don't worry about the props. And hit open. Okay. So now, okay, as soon as it loads, this hasn't loaded yet. Give it a second. Now it's loaded. So we're going to hit Control B as in boy, left mouse click, left mouse click. And as you can see, it's called S-Mart in this case, looks like. And so this is the other side of it, S-Mart. And so now we have a different building. It's got all these little icons and things, posters. So then you can just pick how you want to do it. This is our little spot where you would do the selling. And we're going to turn this around. Alright, we're going to back it up. Now the only thing I haven't checked to see is if whatever it accepts is also already accepted on my map. If not, that's something you may have to do later and make it so that it does accept, your map does produce whatever this accepts or vice versa. So we'll see. But for now, I'm not so concerned with that as I am putting a new building in here and showing you how to get an XML in on this particular one. So we'll just do that, worry about all that later. And basically I'm going to decide how close I want it to the road. The road's obviously going to change. It may be half this size, I don't know yet. We'll see. It may be this big, it may not. I don't know at this point. So for now, I'm thinking I kind of like that. Let me see if putting this on 0 changes too much. Okay, that works. That makes it square with the road. The road, if you put them on -90, 90, or 0, usually you get a pretty good square road, square to the road and to the paintbrush. The paintbrush, if you click on here, you can see that it lines it up. If I can shrink it, See how that line hits each corner? It's a square. So if you didn't do that, it'd be all crooked. Okay, so that rotate Y is an important one to get the numbers the way you want it, and preferably negative 90, 90, or 0. And then once we're decided if this is how we want to face it or how far we want it to go back with it, we probably go back a little. But like I say, this road may not be this big, so later I may move it and bring it up closer, just depending on what I actually do with my road. But for now, I'm just going to show you how to get it in here. I'm not worried about decorating or anything like that, just getting it in here to show you. So once you bring it in, we're going to go get our information. Now, since this isn't in any of those other ones, and I don't even think it's in any of the other ones, other games. Let me go show you. I don't even think it's in any of the other maps. And maps, in here, then you go under placeables, edit with Notepad++. Let me see if I see it. Well, this one has, yeah, I don't see that. So I don't see that one. No, I don't see it. Unless I'm overlooking it. I don't see it at all. So my point is we're going to have to add our own information. So let's get started to do that. What you can do is just go copy a line. We're going to go to Maps, Maps US, since we've been working with US. We're going to go to Placeables, right click, edit with Notepad++, and we're going to take from the one that we took from before, or, excuse me, the better thing to do would be, if you already know you're in the lizard, file, then take the one that says the most of the information, data, placeables, lizard. You see? So if you have one that says lizard, then you would get that one. That saves you a little bit of typing, essentially. So you're going to pick one that has lizard. In this case, we'll pick this one because this also selling points. So now we got less to type, and all we got to change is this part. So we're going to pick this one. We're going to left click at the end and highlight this whole line, and then right click and click copy. We're going to come out of here and close that so we don't delete anything. Minimize, go to Documents, My Games, FS22, Mods, the map name you're working on. In my case, XML folder, but yours might be Maps, Maps US, and then the Placeables document. Wherever your Placeables XML document is, go there. Right click, edit with Notepad++. We're going to come over, we're going to hit at the end of this, and we're going to hit enter. We're going to come over here, right click and click paste. We're going to space this over to match. Then we're going to change this debris crusher name to whatever the name is that we're going to be putting in. So in this case, we're going to go look. What are we going to put in? So let's go back to where we were. Steam Library, Steam Apps, Common, FS22, Data, Placeables, Lizard, Selling Points, Supermarket. So it says supermarket, so that's what we're going to call it, okay? And so we're just going to lower this down so we can see. So we're just going to write supermarket, okay? This says debris crusher. We're just going to write supermarket, and we're going to leave it lowercase. So we're going to leave the quotation marks in there, and we're going to type supermarket. And make sure you don't have any misspellings like I just did. Okay, supermarket. Okay, so that part's fine. As far as I know, you don't have to. That don't have to be specific, as far as I know. So, data placeables lizard, selling points is the right path up to this. Now we're going to put what this says in this other path. Let's go see what it tells us. So it says lizard, selling points, supermarket. So we're going to change debris crusher to supermarket, and then we got to add the XML, which will be this one. And it also says supermarket. So all we got to do is change this debris crusher to supermarket and this one to supermarket and leave the XML. So that's what we're going to do. And what you could do is you can click in this box, see where it says supermarket on that XML line. Do not delete that. Right click and click copy and click off of it. Minimize it. come highlight this debris crusher word, right click and click paste. Now we have that. Now click in front of the dot or the period and highlight this part, right click and click paste. And now we have the right path. Data, placeables, lizard, selling points, supermarket, supermarket.xml. And then you can spacebar this over to here. Then go back and double check it. Click back on here and just double check it. Data, placeables, lizard, data, placeables, lizard, selling points, supermarket, supermarket, supermarket.xml, supermarket, XML document. Okay? I hope that helps you and basically gives you an understanding of what's going on. And now we need this information as well for a store item. But what we're going to do first is go to the store items area, and then, but before we do that, we're going to go ahead and add our numbers. So that since we're already here, we're just going to leave it there. Click back on Giants Editor, leave that open, and leave this highlighted supermarket highlighted, and click at the end of the Translate X numbers. Make sure this whole parent group is selected and not one of the little children underneath it. If you open that, it's the children. You want to keep it closed and click on the main group, which is the parent. So click at the end of the Translate X at the end of the numbers, hit Shift Control and C as in cat. Then come back, click on where your Notepad++ is. You'll pop right back up where you left it, and click in between the quotation marks, right there. Don't erase any of that. Right by the position area. The position area is the translate area. So I don't know why they didn't call it the same thing, but they didn't. So we're going to hit paste. Then we're going to roll over, and we're going to back this up to line up with that one. And don't delete anything. If you have to move all those over, move them all over. Don't delete anything here. And then we're going to come back to Giants Editor, click at the end of the Rotate X, at the end of the numbers, Shift Control C as in cat, back to the Notepad, excuse me, and then we'll click between the quotation marks, right click and click paste, and hit save. Now, we'll come back here. You can come back here in a minute if you want to grab this line, but first we want to get to our store items and copy that line. So we're going to minimize it, and we're going to go to here, Documents, My Games, FS22. I'm going to pick this up where you can see it better. Mods, the map name, the store items, excuse me, right click, edit with Notepad++, and in this case we already have one that has most of the information we need, so we're going to just copy that one, and make sure you get the whole line. If I'm not getting it, you want to make sure you get the whole line. Right click and click copy. You're going to space down one, click to the beginning, right click and paste it. Now all we got to change here is the grocery and store into this one. So what you could do is just go copy that, or shopping, I believe it said shopping mall, whatever it said. If you're not sure, go back to your placeables, wherever that is. Okay, so just go back through the same path you went. But here's the supermarket line we need to the .xml. So all we need is these two. Copy, because those are the ones that aren't there. These are all already there. So we're going to go back to the store item that I just opened and made this. Now if you don't know how to get there, just go back through. Come back to File, Explore, and go back through Documents, My Games, FS22, Mods, the map name you're working on, and if you're going for the store items, there it is. If you're going for the other thing, it's in wherever it's at, Maps, Maps XML, Maps US, and then the placeables.xml, or in my case, it's in XML, placeables.xml. So wherever you're going, go there till you get back to the store place. Then you're just going to come over the top of the pizza, up to the dot, right click and click paste. So basically you just changed that. That's it. That's all you did. So now we're going to go back to the documents, well, not documents, but the main game, because I want to show you the path. Steam Library, Steam Apps, Common, FS22, Data, Placeables, Lizard, and Selling Points, Supermarket, and then here's the XML I want to show you. Okay, Data, Data, placeables, placeables, lizard, lizard. Selling points exactly the same way they wrote it. Supermarket, the same way they wrote it. Supermarket.xml. Supermarket, pretend this is a dot, XML. Okay? So, you know that's the path. So you got the path right. So whether or not you need the store item, I don't know on this particular case. The in-game one didn't have it, but that's because they didn't use it, I don't think. I didn't even go look in the map to see if they used it, but I don't think so. You need to hit save. And if you don't need one, then don't use one. If you need a store item, then add one. It's as simple as that. So just go with the flow. Whatever you add them, if it works, great. You'll see if you have any errors, it'll tell you, ooh, it needs a store item or whatever, then you go put one. Okay? Check your log. I'll show you where that's at real quick. Always be checking logs. Sometimes it don't tell you in the log. Documents, my games, FS22, roll down. Right click on the log, edit with Notepad++, yes, and then look through here. And I'm not going to look through here because it's not important right now because I don't have it. We didn't go in game. You need to go in game and it'll tell you what's wrong, whatever. So I don't have to because we didn't do anything, but that's where you find out what's wrong. Okay, so now we're going to come back to Giants Editor and we're going to either delete this building after we've already done these numbers, if we've done the numbers, which I don't think we did the numbers. Did we do the numbers? We didn't, did we? Let me go check. Let me go back to placeables XML. If I didn't put those in there, then we got to do that. Documents, my games, FS22, mods, the map name, XML, placeables, right click, edit with Notepad++. Did we? Looks like we did. Yeah. Yeah, we did. Okay, I'm just double checking. All right, so once you put the numbers, you can delete this building if you don't want to deal with it. If you don't care if it's here or not, and you don't need it anymore, you've already built around here and you're good. You're happy that it goes away out of your Giants Editor, then go ahead and delete it and hit save, and you're happy. But if you're not, and you want to keep it here and you want to work around it and be able to know where the building is in your Giants Editor, you need to go ahead and put it in a placeholders folder. And as before, unfortunately, I'll have to repeat it. You need to make a placeholders folder if you haven't already. Look back at my playlist. I'm not going to repeat the whole process as I do on some videos. And just make the placeholders folder. Go in my playlist. You'll see a video. Do what it says. Make it. And then come get this building. And push your middle scroll wheel button down, hold it down, push your mouse in the air, just like slide it up, but don't let go of the middle scroll wheel button. Keep holding it down until you get to the placeholders and let go. Okay, but after you create a placeholder, so make sure you do that. Then once you put it in here, this is going to hide it from the in-game, and it's going to let it stay in here. It's going to stay in the Giants Editor where you can see it and work around it and know where the building is. But in your game, it's not going to appear from this one. It's going to call the in-game one, the one we just put in the placeables XML with these numbers, because it's going to call the XML document to this building, and then it's going to call the i3D to this building because we put those numbers in our placeables XML. But the only reason for the placeholders folder is to hide this building so that it's not showing up in the game too, because it'll be two buildings in the game if you put it in the XML and in here. And you need it in the XML so it'll work. So you need to put it in the XML, but you also need to delete it or put it in placeholders folder in Giants Editor to hide it and or get rid of it completely so that you don't have two buildings in your in-game real map in the actual Apartment Sim game. So I hope that makes sense. So now we're going to just basically, we already got all that done. I believe we already situated the ground where the door is good. Yeah, everything looks good, so all that was fine. Make sure you did all that before you put these numbers in your placeables XML. Make sure everything's where you want it, because you don't want to move it again after you put these numbers, because if you do, then you got to change these numbers in the placeables XML. So now, once you're done, you can move. You can either delete it and save if you didn't want it, or put it in the placeholders folder and then move your career start point if you want to, just so you can be right in front of it. Control B is in boy, left mouse click, point the blue arrow at the building and hit save. And once you've saved, make sure you saved on all the other stuff you did as well. If you didn't save, go back and save. If you didn't save in here and all them, then you need to save in the store item area and the placeables area. Now you're ready to go in game, but we can go ahead and paint something. So let's go ahead and paint asphalt, I guess. Should be already on asphalt. So we got to put this on add under the sculpting area on the left mouse button. Excuse me. And oh, no, it's not on asphalt. Let's roll down and put it on asphalt alpine. That's the one I want. And we're just going to bring it up to the road. I'm not worried about the road. This is just basic. None of this is permanent. I'm going to do all that later. This is just giving us a distinction that this is the grocery store area. Okay? So it doesn't have to be perfect for me right now. Save. Alright? Now you're going to do your slower and decorate and get all that. That's coming later. I'm just putting buildings in, showing you the video of how to get it and all that. Then we'll deal with parking and we'll deal with trash cans and all the things. Okay? So I don't want to do a long video. I just want to get it to the point so you can do your XML. So now this is going to be back here. Obviously, if we clicked on it and we clicked on the main group, you'll see the trigger is here. So everything's good to go. We're going to go in game and show you that it's there and it works. But I hope this helps somebody. I'm trying to show you. Hope I didn't misspeak or anything about anything when I'm talking. But the placeables and the placeholders, sometimes I interchange that word, but basically there's a lot that you got to learn about that kind of thing. You just got to get used to what steps and you could do it. The placeholders is pretty important. I would say use it. So it makes life easier than just deleting it. Then you don't have a building, you don't know what's going on. You can delete all that later. You can delete the placeholders later, and it'll delete all that off the map later on. If you were gonna finalize everything after you're finishing your map. But go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate everybody. We're gonna just wait till this loads, and then we're gonna show you and call it an episode. I hope you stay tuned. I got a lot more coming. Gonna be working on roads at some point and other things as well. We'll just see how this map takes me. I'm just going with the flow. Hopefully this loads quickly. But please share the video, hit the like button, tell your friends. Please watch the videos, and you learn a lot through the videos. Even if you know part of it, you might learn something. I tell tips throughout the video sometimes, so you learn different techniques. I share what I learn and what I know, so stay tuned. And now we can load up and get on in the map. And here we go. Here's the building. As you can see, you can even hear the stuff. It's because all that's called from that XML. And there's the little spot where we dump. And I can't dump because, like I say, I don't have all that set up. And I don't have the Easy Developer mod in my mod folder. So I can't, cheat it in. But basically, that's our stuff. There's our supermarket. And let's hit escape to show you that it's actually there. As you can see, I'm trying to space this stuff out a little further. See, I put a lot of stuff right here in the middle, but I tried to even space that out, as you can see, a little bit. But I'm trying to put some selling point stuff further away, and I'm gonna have to put some over here and try to put some out there. But I'm trying to put it. It's right here. You can see it, and you can go visit. It takes you to it. So you can see that it works. The XML's calling it. That's how you do it. But basically, I'm gonna call that an episode. But we're trying to get enough places to sell stuff all around the map since it's so big. But I hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, turn on your notification bell if you want to receive a notification every time I post a video. Goodbye, everybody.